if you've ever looked around and thought, how is everyone affording this? You're not crazy. You see people buying beautiful homes, driving brand new SUVs, taking vacations every few months, posting rooftop dinners, luxury apartments, beach trips, and somehow they don't seem stressed. Meanwhile, you're budgeting, saving, and wondering if you're doing something wrong. But here's the truth. It's almost never what it looks like. And once you understand what happened behind the scenes, everything starts to make sense. Before we dive in, hit the like button and subscribe if you want more real talk about money and building wealth the smart way. Now, let's start with the biggest status symbol of all, the house. That friend who just bought the dream home, big kitchen, home office, maybe even a pool. On the surface, it screams success. But here's what most people don't see. First-time home buyers often spend 40% or more of their gross income on their mortgage. That's before taxes. So if someone makes $80,000 a year, that's about $6,600 per month before taxes, but closer to $5,300 per month after deductions. If their mortgage, taxes, and insurance cost $2,700 per month, that's more than half of their take-home pay going toward housing. From the outside, it looks like wealth. From the inside, it can feel tight. A beautiful home doesn't automatically mean financial freedom. It often means a very large, long-term obligation. The car. Now, let's talk about cars, one of the fastest ways to look rich. That shiny SUV. That brand-new truck. That luxury sedan. According to industry data, around 85% of new cars are financed. And roughly 20% of new car buyers have payments over $1,000 per month. Let that sink in. A $1,000 car payment is $12,000 per year. For someone earning $60,000 annually, that's over 20% of their income just for the car payment. That doesn't include insurance, gas, maintenance, registration. Suddenly, that effortless lifestyle looks a lot more calculated. Many people aren't rich. They're just allocating a big portion of their income to visible items. The income reality. Let's zoom out. The median full-time income in the United States is just over $60,000 per year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's before taxes, after federal, state taxes, health care, retirement contributions. It doesn't stretch nearly as far as it sounds. So when you see a lifestyle that looks extravagant, remember, most people are working with limited resources. They're just prioritizing what's visible, the net worth reality. Now, this part really changes perspective. The median net worth in the U.S. is far lower than most people assume. For Americans under 35, around $39,000. Ages 35 to 44, about $135,000. Ages 45 to 54, roughly $247,000. And even that $247,000 is often tied up in home equity, a 401k, retirement accounts, not piles of cash sitting in a bank. When you compare those numbers to what social media makes wealth look like, you realize something important. The perception of widespread wealth is exaggerated. Living at home and saving quietly. Here's another piece people don't talk about. About 1/3 of adults ages 18 to 34 live with their parents. That dramatically reduces expenses. No rent, shared groceries, shared utilities. That doesn't mean they're failing. In many cultures, multi-generational living is completely normal, even strategic. But it does explain how someone might travel often, save aggressively, invest consistently, without appearing to struggle. Lower expenses create flexibility. From the outside, it looks like abundance. From the inside, it's simply lower overhead. Investing, not as widespread as it seems. Around 62% of U.S. adults have money in the stock market. That sounds like most people, but that also means 38% have zero market exposure. And among those invested, many contribute modest amounts. Maybe they open a Roth IRA once. Maybe they bought a few shares years ago. But consistent investing is rarer than you think. So investing alone doesn't explain everyone's appearance of wealth. The hidden factor, parental support, Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. According to recent surveys, roughly 50% of parents with adult children provide regular financial support. On average, nearly $1,500 per month per child. That can cover rent, student loans, groceries, car payments, travel. Some parents even sacrifice their own retirement savings to provide this help. Again, this isn't about judgment. Family support can be loving and strategic, but it absolutely changes the picture. Someone might look completely self-made, while their lifestyle is quietly subsidized behind the scenes. The illusion effect. Social media amplifies everything. You see the vacation, the kitchen, the new car, the engagement ring. You don't see the credit card balance, the overtime shifts, the budgeting spreadsheets, the family support, the stress. Everyone shows a highlight reel. Nobody shows the trade-offs. Some people delay retirement savings to travel. Some work multiple side hustles. Some carry debt. Some receive help. Almost everyone is making compromises. And here's the important part. This isn't about tearing anyone down. Plenty of people are genuinely thriving. Some earn high incomes. Some built successful businesses. Some invested early and consistently. But there are fewer of them than it appears. And that matters, because comparison can destroy motivation. Give yourself more credit. Maybe you saved for a down payment, paid off credit cards, maxed out your Roth IRA, avoided a $1,000 car payment, built an emergency fund. From the outside, that might not look flashy, but financially, that's powerful. Real wealth is often quiet. It doesn't always show up in Instagram photos. It shows up in low stress, high flexibility, growing investments, options, the perspective shift. If it feels like everyone else is thriving while you're barely keeping up, remember, you're seeing the tip of the iceberg. Under the surface are trade-offs, debt, support systems, and financial pressure. Building wealth isn't about keeping up appearances. It's about making consistent decisions that compound over time. And the boring, disciplined path? That's usually the one that leads to freedom. So the next time you catch yourself wondering how everyone is affording their lifestyle, pause, zoom out, and remember, not everything that looks rich is wealthy, and not everything that looks ordinary is behind. If you want more content about building wealth the smart way, avoiding money traps, and creating real financial freedom, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.